A mass cast choreographer is actually quite different to a regular choreographer. We need to have a dance background, but it's actually more about juggling logistics with organisation, with being a cheerleader, because there's a lot to organise and there's a lot to prepare, and it's really trying to get the big picture happening, but then actually pull it down to the minute detail of how many hundreds of people run this way, and then how we can make it look good and how we can actually make it all happen. So we've got 350 in our cast, but there's two major prop groups, and so we've got one group that's actually working with our other two choreographers, Rocky and Gina, who are dealing with all of the big inflatable props and the LED boards. They're really heavy duty.
And we've just been so lucky to have a cast that have really been on it. They want to learn, they're willing to learn, and they've exceeded themselves in every way, in every area, and we couldn't be more happy.
Well, the thing about Glasgow that I've found especially fantastic is just the raw energy and everybody being really, really proud of who they are and working together as a team. And that's actually what we're trying to harness to create the show.
And because when you're putting together mass movement and mass cast and you're getting to do things, you want to embrace their culture.
Absolutely.
And like last night we went to our very first Scottish Ceilidh.
Oh my God, I'm still tired.
I've never seen anything like it ever. It's quite extraordinary. And seeing that passion and that joyous, I haven't witnessed something like that before, where
spirit and energy, and
everyone just gets in and has a wow of a time, and it's quite obvious that it reflects back into the rehearsal, because even though we have so much to do and so much to get through in such a short amount of time, the spirit and the energy with them, it's obvious to see where it all comes from, and I think that's been a really standout thing for me especially. Being here is just everyone's attitude has been really wonderful.
Absolutely.
The thrill is living vicariously through the cast. That sounds bad, doesn't it? But it's their adrenaline and their enthusiasm, how excited they are, and as soon as they get off that pitch, every single time, we've never done a show where it's been different, they want to go back on again. We can't, there's nothing to describe that, and that sounds dead corny, like,
But there really isn't.
But there's nothing to describe that feeling.
You stood in the vomitories, which are just the huge entrances coming into the stadium. That's where you're held by stage management, and you can just hear this crazy amount of volume from the stadium. The lights are going, and you're stood there, and it's almost like this black hole, and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going, I'm going to walk into that, and I've forgotten everything, I've lost everything, do I know, sod it. It's one thing after another, and literally you step out onto the field of play, and you just roll, and you can just see these volunteers, they're going through every single emotion, and then they come back down, so they're all buzzing, and then you can't describe it, you actually can't describe it. It's just a roller coaster from beginning to end.